We have bananas on our boat too. Oh my god.
Then the engine shut off. Now we're cruising in the wrong direction. After a quick trip over to Berkeley Bow for some supplies, we headed over to Aquatic Park to anchor out for the night to stage for an early departure toward Half Moon Bay the next morning.
It's about 20 after 4 a.m. obviously, and we're headed toward Half Moon Bay.
There wasn't much wind this morning, so we couldn't sail. But we still had fun being silly.
You aim just for those birds like that.
Regardless of the fact that it was very calm out, we were taking no chances and cutting no corners on our way out of the gate, and especially on our way past the infamous Maverick surf spot. This place can get really gnarly when there's a swell, and we had no interest in trying to surf Gone Tomorrow down any size waves, much less the size they get to be at Mavericks. We had sailed down to Half Moon Bay the previous May, had a good time with some great friends, and had the anchorage almost all to ourselves. But that was not to be the case on Labor Day in Half Moon Bay. It was time to practice more anchoring in tight quarters.
Hey, the weird thing is being in between some boats that are anchored and some that are on mooring balls. Like the wind changes direction, like, and we swing around. Like, that boat's not going to swing very far, and we could swing into it. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting just to watch how the boats behave.
Lucky for me, I happen to love watching how the boats behave. And our friends Andy and Melly from SV Bravo decided to sail down and raft up with us for the weekend. What's up, buddy?
Where's my beverage?
I'm gonna go right around the outside here.
The Half Moon Bay Yacht Club is a festive, welcoming place. The bay gets pretty shallow here, so they have put in a fun little ferry that carries you back and forth from the dinghy dock to the club.
What are you doing, Ray?
Pushing a button.
Pushing a button. That's what I do all week. I'd really like to think that this gave us a taste of what it will be like to pull up into some anchorage we've never been to before, full of other happy boat people telling stories and enjoying their lives on the water. Live music and tasty rum drinks were an added bonus. We have bananas on our boat too. Oh my god. Sailors are thought to be a superstitious lot. For example, a few things you might not want to do on a boat would be begin a voyage on a Friday, wish someone good luck, have women aboard, rename the vessel, or have bananas on the boat. Dun dun dun!
This is a tough one for us. We love bananas, so we had to research what was up with this particular superstition. We've heard everything from bananas spoiling other fruit because they go bad fast, to stories of noxious fumes killing the crew in the early days of the Caribbean shipping trade, to deadly spiders hiding out in the bunches of bananas. Is that a banana on your boat, or are you just happy to be sailing? Get those bananas off of my vessel.
Hey, you have bananas on your boat.
Yepper. Sure do.
Bananas! Bananas!
But sailing superstitions were the furthest thing from our minds right now. After a good time dancing at the Half Moon Bay Yacht Club, it was time to head back to the boat and float around on the anchor underneath the moon. We made it. Wow, look at that moon!
Real pretty.
That is amazing. Everything's amazing. Yeah, it is.
That's so great! You know, after a couple rum drinks, everything's amazing!
Several other families sailed down from our home port for the weekend, so when we got up the next morning, it didn't take long for the other boat kids to come looking for Ruby. They were headed out to round up anyone who wanted to go for a hike over the headlands this morning. Jen? Jennifer?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Fantastic.
I went for a hike with the kids and our other friends while Jen and Friedel went to explore town. I haven't been here when Mavericks is going off, but whenever it is, I'm sure these cliffs are full of people watching the big surf roll in.
Friedel and I went on a little exploration of Half Moon Bay, Princeton area, and had a couple of Bloody Marys. Got ice and Tecate, so I'd say successful morning. Row, row, row.
This was our last night here, so we decided to row to shore once again for dinner and maybe a little treat.
Merrily, 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 merrily. Ice cream at the end of the day.
About to head out of Half Moon Bay. We've got about 15 knots of wind predicted the whole way. We'll be sailing downwind. Excited about that. Gonna sail the whole way home. Hey!
That was cool.
We were off to a good start, but not long after this nice moment, watching SV Bravo sail away under their spinnaker, is when things started to get a little bit interesting on board for us. We were running the diesel and had some pretty good sized chop happening when all of a sudden I felt the engine sputter to a halt. The fuel filter is clogged though, it looks like, or at least there's some dirty fuel inside the cup, so I'm going to change the fuel filter out. Haven't done one of these before, so luckily the instructions are right on the side of the thing.
Now I have to rip it.
You can tell me this one. Pull that whole one off. Keep rolling. Great.
Nice.
Yeah, that's some grody looking fuel right there. Ugh. We're making progress, Jen.
You are?
Yep.
Great. So am I.
Good. Yeah, look at that. That's some nasty looking fuel in there. I'm sorry to report back that my Yanmar has defeated me in this battle. I changed the fuel filter, started back up for about 5 minutes or so. It ran great. We were doing victory dances, and maybe prematurely because it died again. I tried to purge the system of air, thinking maybe it was air, and filled up my fuel filter the way I'm supposed to with fresh diesel. So I don't know, I'm at a loss. But the good news is that we have about, I don't know, 5 to 6, 7, 8 knots of wind. So we're headed toward the Golden Gate Bridge and making good progress. What do you think, ladies?
I think it was a valiant effort.
Good job.
Thought you were gonna get it. Yeah.
Thought you had it.
Still a winner in my book.
I love traveling 3 knots. It's my favorite. 3.7. 3.8. 3.8 knots.
Just then, we had no idea how we were about to be rewarded for all that hard work on the engine, not to mention fighting that current approaching the Golden Gate Bridge. Wow! You see it, Ruby? Whoa.
We made it in the vicinity of home. Now we're sailing in. We made it past the breakwater, which is awesome. And now we just have to make a couple of turns. 1, 2, 3, 4 more.
So at this point, we pretty much put the cameras down because for us, sailing our 37-foot sailboat into a slip downwind is still kind of a big deal. So when JD said we were going to sail the whole way home, we literally sailed the whole way home.
Then we were able to spend more time working on the diesel and to figure out what issues were going on with that.
And little did we know how long it would take to actually figure that out and fix it. So that's what the next video is about, huh?
That is what the next video is about. There's just one question left. Was it the banana?
Absolutely not.
It was not the banana.
I think it's the mango and the banana together.
That's awesome.
Bacon sandwiches.
I'm winning points. That's what I'm going for. Trying to pass the boat test.
Yeah?
Want to be invited back.